about now is finding if points are collinear and coplanar when we have multiple planes. Alright? So, this is finding if points are collinear or coplanar when we have multiple planes. So the first example that we're going to use of a multiple plane system would be, let's say we have this plane here, and that we have a plane on top of it. Alright? And then what we're going to do to give it some depth and let you see that that's on top is that we are going to connect our two planes. Alright? So now what we have here is a cube or a prism. This is a prism. Alright? So if we were going to make this prism, or since we have made this prism, we need to give it some points to define its edges. So here we have point A, B, C, point D. Up here we're going to have E, F, G, and H. All right, so here's my prism. It consists of eight points, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and H. All right? So if we're going to name these planes, we're going to name them by the points that lie on them. All right? So if we were to name these planes, the way we want to start is and the way I like to do it, is you want to start in one specific spot and move the same direction every time. So let's say that I want to start and name the back plane, the plane that is farthest from us, if we can visualize that. All right, we would call that plane A, moving clockwise, B, continue on that same plane, C, clockwise, D. All right, that would be plane A, B, C, D. And we can see that that would be this back plane that makes up this back section. All right, we also have our front plane, E, F, G, and H. All right, we have our sides, B, moving clockwise, F, G, and C. This side, A, E, H, and D. And then our top and bottom, A, B, F, E, and D, C, G, H. So we have 6 planes here, all right? We have 6 planes. We also have many multiple collinear and coplanar points, all right? But what I want to do right now is I want to add a couple extra pieces to our construction here, all right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that we have line L that passes through, and it's going to cross right here at X. We're also going to have line R. We're going to have line R. And they're going to cross here at point Z. All right? And then we're going to have a couple extra points. We have point M. And we're going to have point Y. All right, so let's look. All right, so we've named our planes. So what I want to do is I just want to walk through and see if we can find some collinear and coplanar points. All right, so I know that this might look a little confusing. My dotted lines indicate that they're on the back half. All right, so let's just ask a question. Would points A, E, and B be collinear? All right, so let's see. A, E, and B. Are they collinear or coplanar? Collinear and coplanar. Well, A and E, here we find A and E. A and E are both collinear. We have one line that goes between the two. But point B is over here, not included in a line that would pass through A and E. So we would say that points A, E, and B are not collinear. But we can also look at this construction and see that A, B, and E all reside on the top of this construction on the same plane. So they would be coplanar. All right, we kind of see how that works. We have A, E, and B. They're not in the same line, so they're not collinear. But they are on the same plane, so that makes them coplanar. All right, let's look at another one. Let's say that we had points A, F, C, and Y. All right, we want to know, are they collinear or are they coplanar? All right, so we have F here and C. All right, we can see that F and C are not collinear, but they are coplanar. They're on this far side over here. But point Y is not on a line with them or on a plane with them. So these would be neither collinear or coplanar. All right? We'll look at one more. All right? Let's say that we have point C, Z, and A. All right, now this is where geometry gets a little bit more interesting because we can see that C, Z, and A are all on our back side. All right, they're all on our back side of our construction here. So we would say that they are coplanar. But according to this construction, they may not be in a straight line. But in geometry, we know that through any 2 points can be a line. So if we drew a line from A to C, and if it was a straight line, it would pass through point Z. All right? So sometimes, even though it's not drawn, we can make assumptions about a geometric construction. So with this knowledge, that any 2 points can be a line, we would say that these 3 points are coplanar. All right? So, this is a very detailed way to look at this, but I feel that it probably gets the point across pretty well. That sometimes there are parts of a construction that we can't see, and we also need to be able to realize how to name a plane, or if we are given the name of a plane, we have to recognize where that plane is at, and we have to understand what collinear and coplanar is with multiple prisms. All right, thank you.